Hello and welcome to this week's video. So for this one, we're trying to knit a cardigan for probably the 15th time now, but I know at some point I'm going to get it. It's just taken way too long. But anyway, before I ramble on, today we're knitting a cardigan. So I've been wanting to knit a cardigan, but I've never gotten to the point of finishing it. I always get halfway and then I convince myself it looks horrible and then I unravel it. So that has been the cycle, and hopefully this is a video that will break that cycle. Anyway, there is my backstory with knitting. So I can basically cast on, I can knit, I can purl, and I can cast off. I think those are very good basic knitting skills to have. Anyway, so yesterday I made a swatch. So hopefully this is a good start. I want to make the cardigan with the knit stitch. So I think it's called the garter stitch. Anyway, so I'm just going to be knitting until I get the length I want, and then for the ribbing I'll do the knit to purl to, just to get the ribbing that I want. Anyway, I feel like that's simple enough. I just need to follow through. I just need to finish it. You know, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. So I made like a sketch of what I want this cardigan to look like. So I'm using a very basic structure where I'm going to be making 5 rectangles, 1 for the back panel, 2 for the front panel, and then 2 for the sleeves, and then attach those and I will have my cardigan. What I haven't figured out how to do yet is the button band, because in a lot of the tutorials I watched they were using circular needles, but I don't have circular needles, so we'll see what to do. So I'm going to be using pink yarn because that's the yarn I have with me, and then I'll use a 5.5mm needle for the ribbing and then a 6mm needle for the rest of the cardigan. And then I think to sew it together I'll just use a mattress stitch because I think that's fairly simple for me as a beginner knitter. Anyway, so yeah, that's the plan for this video. Hopefully it's gonna end, and in like about 2 or 3 weeks I'll have myself a knitted cardigan, because that's all I want. That's all I want. And then after this I'm so sure I'm going to be more confident with my knitting abilities, and then venture into different garments like bralettes or knit shorts or a knit scarf or a knit beanie, you know. Anyway, that's it. So I already got started with one of the front panels yesterday. I was just way too excited and I was like, you know what? Something is telling me that this time I'm going to be successful. So that's what I believe, you know? I don't know why I feel like knitting, I don't know, I feel like every time I think about knitting or finishing a knit piece, I just don't want to do it. And I'm like, but I like how knit things look, so why do I feel and think like that? So I'm really hoping that once I finish this project, I'll be even more excited to knit some more, you know? Because I'd really love how to like be a crocheter and then a knitter, and then hopefully in the future be able to sew, you know? All the fiber craft. I just love it. Anyway, that's it. Hello. So it's definitely a few days later, maybe 5, I'm not sure, but I've finished making the front panels, so yay, progress. And I've started making the back panel, so I'm making the ribbing and then I can continue making the rest of the back part of this. So I was looking up like ways to knit faster because this was taking so long, and I was like, I know I'm a beginner, but I've seen people knitting faster. Like, is it because of how they're holding their needles, or is it their technique? And it's the technique, because I found that there is English style knitting and then continental style knitting. So yeah, if you look that up, I feel like it would give you a better perspective of how you can differently hold your hooks to do like the knit stitch or the purl stitch, so that you can do it much faster. Excuse how I said purl, it's just, I feel like you have to emphasize the R, so purl. Anyway, so I'll just continue making this. I feel like I'm running out of yarn, so I'll have to improvise, and the whole cardigan won't be pink as I imagined, so we'll see. I don't want to buy any more yarn because I feel like I've mentioned this before. I'm just trying to clear out my stash and then fill it with thrifted yarn, so that I know I am consciously crafting, that every piece I make is made sustainably and, okay kids, I'm trying to say something, and in an eco-friendly manner. So yeah, purl. I don't know if I can show anything, but I think this is English style knitting, where like you hold the yarn on your left hand and not your right hand. So yeah, this is English. Let me see if I can do the continental as I do the purls. And then continental, you would have your yarn on this side, so then you would go ahead to do your stitch, and yeah. Ta-da! Long time no updates, so I felt like a lot of this process is so repetitive and all the b-roll will look the same because I'm just doing rows of knit. So I went ahead and made the back panel and the front panels, and now I want to sew them together just to see what it looks like, because I'm very curious. This is the farthest I've gone with a knit project, so I'm very happy about that. Now we're so much closer to the finish line, and you see, I told you that this time I'll finish the cardigan, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, I want to sew the top sides together and then leave space for the armhole, so that I can know how many stitches I will need for the armhole. Or rather, I'll just figure it out as I go. Honestly, I'm not following a pattern, I'm just making this cardigan. So yeah, I actually already got started with the arms. So this is what I have so far, and I noticed that since I'm using a different brand of yarn, these two colors, my stitches look so much cleaner and nicer on this compared to the pink one, and I'm like, interesting, because this too is seal chunky yarn, and then this one, I think it was butterfly, and usually I don't like butterfly, I prefer seal, so I guess it also applies to knitting. That's the progress I have on this cardigan. So far so good, but I'm afraid that I may run out of yarn. I don't have a lot left, so I don't know. That's a problem for future me. So for now, let me just seam it together and then continue working on this sleeve. This is actually quite an entertaining process. Not really entertaining. I think I've been looking at knitting like it's so hard, I cannot do it, I cannot figure it out. And now that I'm doing it, it's like, oh, okay, what was I afraid of? I don't know. think it looks good. Yeah. The fit is also okay, but I came to learn that when you block knit pieces, they usually expand quite a bit. So I feel like once I block it, it'll be slightly oversized. So yeah, this is cute. I can't believe it. I'm finally finishing a knit piece. Like, it's been a long time coming. Yay! Anyway, so I want to now continue with the sleeves now that I know how wide I need to finish them off at. I'm not quite sure what I'll do about the ribbing because I don't know how to do it. Because the sweaters I've seen when they make the ribbing, they use circular needles, but I don't have circular needles, so I might use crochet and then do the front and back post ribbing. I'm not sure. We'll see if I have any yarn left. But yeah, this is quite an interesting process. I can't wait to knit even more pieces because this is fun. And I like how light the fabric is when you knit. So that's a very big plus. So what I've learned so far with this process is that knit pieces stretch quite a lot. So when you're doing your measurements, you can either do quite a slim fit or a negative ease to accommodate for the expansion. That's if you don't want an extremely big piece and you just want it more fitting. And yeah, for the sleeves, I'm doing a little bit of shaping, so that one is quite interesting. I want it to have like a balloon sleeve. So I started with doing the ribbing to the measurement of my wrist and then started to increase until I got to the width that I wanted. So yeah. Hey, long time no chat, and I finally finished my first ever cardigan. Let me just move behind because that's the only way I'll be in frame. Or maybe not. Anyway, so I finally finished my knit cardigan and I'm so very happy about it. Honestly, I have no idea why I've been doubting myself this whole time because after finishing this, I feel like I can knit anything. Okay, maybe not anything, but I can knit. So I'm very excited to try out more knit projects because this is so cute and it feels so nice. I mean, why would I not want to make more? This is my very first knit piece. I'm very happy that I finished it. I'm very happy that I did not doubt myself. I did not second guess myself. I did not tell myself I can't do it. I just did it. And now that we're here, I'm very happy about it. I know for now it may seem like it doesn't fit, but honestly, I'm not sure if it'll fit, but I'm hoping it will because I've been watching a lot of knitting videos and I've seen that after blocking, the knit pieces usually loosen up a bit and then fit better. So let's just hope that that's the same case with my cardigan, because if not, I think I'll just give it to my sister. But I want it, so let's hope it fits, you know? So this is it. I did a little collar band because I'm not doing a button band, just to give it like a good finishing, but I did this in crochet. Like I said, I don't know how to do it with knit. I just couldn't figure it out, so I crocheted it. I did a few rows of back loop half double crochets. Yeah, I think that's what I did. But anyway, guys, my first knit sweater is done. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. And it's really pretty. I like the colors. Like as you saw, I ran out of the pink yarn for the sleeves, so I added some of this light pink and then this maroon burgundy color. And I think they go well together. So quite happy about that. So let me just block it and then tomorrow we can see the final reveal. I'm just as anxious as you are. Are you anxious? Probably not. But anyway, see you tomorrow. Guys, if you're thinking about knitting, just do it. Just do it. That's it. Just do it.